Hi, welcome back to Game Geeks. I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Today's episode, Battlestar Galactica, the role-playing game. This is a fairly recent, in mid to late 2007, release from Margaret Weis Productions. Margaret Weis Productions is known for mainly putting out the Serenity role-playing game, which we reviewed earlier. Go back and take a look at that. It's our most well-watched episode. Go ahead and go take a look. I'll be here. You're back? Cool. Now, the thing about this game is that it operates under almost the exact same engine, the Cortex system as it's come to be called, as the Serenity game. That is, in case you didn't happen to go back and watch the episode, which you really should, but if you didn't, I'll tell you about it anyway. Your attribute is a die type. Your skill is a die type. You take both die involved and you roll them and you sum it together. The biggest issue with this game that people have had is it gives you a very wide range of possibilities. You'll either succeed madly or you'll succeed horribly, and you never get anything in the middle. Well, yeah, you do. Probability says you'll end up in the middle. It's just most of us are used to rolling 1 or 2 die and look for a target number rather than rolling 2 die and adding a couple numbers together, and it gets a little weird if you're not used to it, but honestly the system works really, really well. There's also a plot point system that you can use to modify your die rolls, add more dice. There have been some repairs from Serenity to this. For example, your plot points, there's no longer a cap that turns into experience points, so it really encourages you to throw them around, throw your plot points around. It really gives you a lot of advice on the player and the game master need to be trading those back and forth at a rapid click anyway. Now the plot points have a minimum that they will add to your die roll. Instead of, I spend all my plot points to get a 12-sided die, I roll a 1, crap! Now you'll at least have a 6 to add to your roll, which really inhibits the number of, oh crap, botches you'll get. This ties in very nicely with the first season of the revised Battlestar Galactica TV series, in that the Cylons were created by man, they rebel, they came, they blew us up, and they have a plan, they've evolved. It really deals very well with that. It gives you an idea for a grim setting. One of the things this game does that the Serenity game didn't have as much as it gives you a nice dogfighting system. It gives more detail on how space combat and basically using your spaceships could work. It has a series of qualities and drawbacks, or in this game, assets and complications that really can accentuate and help define your character. It also gives you stats for all of the main crew of the Battlestar series for the first season. So if you really wanted to, you could use this and Serenity and have a shootout between Leah Dama and Malcolm Reynolds. It'd be kind of silly, but you could do it if you wanted to because it used the same system. I really like this, folks. It's a well put together game. It's well thought out. It has a lot of great art, mainly taken from the series, as you would expect. And it's well worth getting your hands on if you like Battlestar, if you want a sci-fi game that's different, that's not D20 based, and if you want something that is primarily human focused, because the one thing that this game has in common with Serenity, if you're thinking about it, is almost all the characters are human. Completely, normally human. I have yet to see a book in this, yet to see because there's 2 core books in it, that modify non-humans or describe how non-humans could work. Although if you put your mind to it, you could really easily build that with a asset complication combination. So, get your hands on this. If you like Battlestar, if you liked the Cortex system that you saw in Serenity, this is a great game for you. For Game Geeks, I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Good day and good gaming.